Ladies, let me tell you something real quick. When a man is really into you, I mean really feeling you, he don't even have to say it at first. His actions will speak louder than any smooth line he could come up with. Men, we ain't that slick when it comes to love. We might think we're cool, but when we're into it, there's some flirty behaviors we just can't hide. When a man is into a woman, truly feeling her vibe, one of the biggest signs, and I'm telling you this straight from the man manual, is that he just keeps showing up. I don't mean that in a weird stalkerish way. I mean he starts appearing in your world more than usual, more than necessary, and a lot more than what you would expect from just a casual friend or acquaintance. The man wants to be near you, period. He finds ways, some obvious, some slick, to be around you, because that's what interest looks like when it hasn't found the words yet. Now let me break this down for you. A man's time is his currency. That's how we operate. We don't waste our time on something or someone we're not interested in. So when a man consistently puts himself in your orbit, that's no accident. That's strategy. It might look so, like he suddenly started coming to the same gym you go to, or he magically discovered the coffee shop you've been going to for years. He might act surprised, like, oh, wow, you come here too? But trust me, that man knew. He either saw your post, heard you mention it, or asked someone about your hangout spots. That's effort. That's him mapping out opportunities to see you, talk to you, and be in your space. Sometimes it's even more subtle than that. Say you work together or attend the same church or class. Watch how he always seems to be walking by your desk, sitting at the same table, or joining the group you're in. It might seem random, but it's not. He's making himself available. He's placing himself where the chance of bumping into you is high. A man doesn't go out of his way like that unless there's a reason, and 9 times out of 10, he's that reason. It's not just about showing up physically either. Pay attention to how often he starts popping up in your digital world. All of a sudden, he's liking your posts, reacting to your stories, or sending you funny memes. That's not just boredom. That's his way of sliding into your attention span. A lot of men these days use social media as a soft way to flirt. It's safe, it's low pressure, but the intention is real. He's thinking, I can get her to smile when she sees my name pop up. I'm on her mind. And if a man is working to get on your mind, trust me, you're already on his. Now, let's be real. Men don't always come out and say, hey, I'm feeling you. We're not always built like that, especially in the beginning. There's fear of rejection, there's pride, and there's the fact that some of us are still figuring out how deep our feelings go. But the body moves before the mouth does. The man's behavior will speak. He starts making excuses to talk to you. Maybe ask questions he already knows the answers to. Or he pretends to need help with something you're good at just to spark a conversation. I call that creative proximity. He's not trying to solve a problem, he's trying to solve the you mystery. Even in group settings, he positions himself in your vicinity. You'll notice he's always sitting across from you or next to you. When someone tells a joke, he looks at you to see if you're laughing. That man can have his pick of anyone else to focus on in the room, but he's checking for you. That's not coincidence, baby. That's focus. And if he's the kind of man who's normally laid back but suddenly starts popping up where you are more often, that's your clue. Because men are creatures of habit. We don't switch up our routines for just anything. If we go from gym home sleep every day, but now we're going to the bookstore you like, join the volunteer group you're in, or even hanging out with people we didn't care about last week, just because you're there, oh yeah, we're into you. Don't overlook that kind of behavior, especially when it's consistent. Once or twice, okay, it could be chance. But if it's becoming a pattern, girl, he's trying to be seen. That man is sending out smoke signals, and a lot of times he's doing it in the most innocent looking way possible so it doesn't come off too strong. But the motive behind it, it's pure interest. You might be thinking, why didn't he just say something? Well, sometimes it's because he doesn't know how. Sometimes it's because he's checking to see how you respond. Is she smiling when I'm around? Is she looking my way too? Is she giving me a reason to step it up? And that man is reading your cues just as much as you're reading his. So remember, when a man keeps showing up, keeps orbiting your world, keeps making himself available in places he doesn't even belong, that's not just flirting. That's attraction that he hasn't figured out how to verbalize yet. But his actions, loud and clear. Let me tell you something real smooth and real honest. Men might not be the most emotionally expressive creatures in the world, but when we're into a woman, our bodies start talking before our mouths do. I'm talking about something you might not notice right away unless you're paying attention. It's called mirroring. And when a man is into you, he will start mirroring your behavior without even realizing it. It's not calculated. It's not rehearsed. It's instinct. It's the subconscious reacting to attraction. You cross your legs, 2 minutes later, he's sitting the exact same way. You lean in to say something, he leans in too. Even if you're not saying anything that needs leaning. You start speaking softly, his voice drops a little too. That's because his body is tuning into you. He's trying to sync up with your vibe. See, when a man likes a woman, he starts to match her energy. Not because he's trying to manipulate her or copy her. No, it's much deeper than that. He's drawn to her so much that he starts subconsciously mimicking her behavior to build connection. It's like his mind is saying, hey, I want to be on the same page as her. And his body just follows suit. Now here's what's wild. This ain't something he's planning out. He ain't reading a book on body language trying to fake it. No, it's biological. It's human nature. And when you get two people in sync, they start moving like a dance, even if they don't realize they're dancing. You smile, he smiles. You sit back, he sits back. You touch your face, look closely, he's probably doing it too. That's not coincidence, that's chemistry. Sometimes he'll even start using the same words or phrases you use. You ever notice that? Maybe you say, that's wow, or no way, and all of a sudden he's saying it too. That ain't just copying, that's connection. That's his way of slipping into your world and showing you he's comfortable in your presence. It's like his entire vibe starts to harmonize with yours. That's a man who's into you. He's not just hearing you, he's feeling you. Here's another thing. Mirroring doesn't just happen with body movements and speech. It happens with emotions too. If you're excited, he lights up. If you're a little down, he gets quieter, more serious, maybe even protective. He may not know exactly what to do, but you'll see him shift, because when a man is truly interested, he starts to absorb the emotional rhythm of the woman he's drawn to. That's not just flirting, that's emotional mirroring. That's deep. And don't underestimate how important that is, because listen, men don't mirror just anybody. We don't go around copying the guy next to us or the lady we bumped into at the store. No, we mirror people we feel connected to, people we want to build something with, people who make us feel safe to open up and be vulnerable. So if you catch a man subconsciously mirroring your posture, your pace, your gestures, or your tone, you've got his attention. You've made him feel something. Let me paint the picture for you. You're sitting across from him at a dinner or just chatting over coffee. You reach for your drink. He does the same a beat later. You tilt your head slightly while you're talking. Look over. His head's tilted the same way. You shift your weight to one leg while you're standing and boom, he does too. It's not mockery, it's chemistry. His body is matching your rhythm like a song he didn't even know he knew the words to. Now let me flip it for a second. If you really want to see if a man is into you, try changing your body language mid-conversation. Lean forward, smile a little. See if he follows. It might be subtle, but if he's connected to you, his body will echo yours. And once you notice that pattern, it's like unlocking a secret code. Because once a man starts mirroring you, girl, you're in his head, and more importantly, you're in his heart space. You might be thinking, well, is that always romantic? Not always. People can mirror others in friendships and social settings too. But here's the difference. When it's romantic, it's consistent, it's instinctive, and it's personal. He won't do it with just anyone. He does it with you because you've sparked something in him that feels safe, familiar, and attractive. And let me say this loud and clear. A man can only fake words for so long, but his body don't lie. His mouth might be holding back out of nervousness or fear of messing things up, but his body is already out here saying, I like her. So if you see the mirroring happening, not just once, but consistently, know that this man is into you and he's trying to connect, even if he doesn't quite know how to say it yet. Let me tell you something that a lot of women miss, and it's one of the realest signs a man is into you. He gets nervous. And I don't mean the kind of nervous where he's sweating bullets like he's about to take a test he didn't study for. I'm talking about that jittery, fidgety, slightly awkward kind of nervous that only shows up when a man's trying real hard to keep his cool, but deep down, his heart's pacing like it's in a relay race. See, here's the thing. When a man really likes a woman, he cares a lot about how he comes across to her. And when you care that much, that pressure builds. Suddenly, this confident, smooth-talking brother starts second-guessing himself. He starts fumbling his words, forgetting what he was about to say, or saying things he didn't even mean to say. Why? Because you got him shook in the best way possible. You might be used to men who act cool, act like they've got it all together, real collected. But when a man is truly feeling you, that composure starts to crack. His hands might fidget, maybe tapping on the table or rubbing the back of his neck. He might keep checking his phone, not because he's bored, but because he doesn't know what to do with his hands. He's trying to distract himself so he doesn't say something dumb. That's nerves, baby. That's not lack of confidence. That's emotional excitement. Now let me break this down a little deeper. A man can be cool as ice in a boardroom. He can lead meetings, close deals, talk to crowds, no problem. But you put him in front of a woman he's genuinely interested in, one who intimidates him a little with how beautiful or smart or funny she is, all that goes out the window. Why? Because he feels like he has something to lose. And when a man feels like he has something to lose, his hands get shaky, his voice might crack, and he'll do anything to not mess it up. Sometimes you'll catch him rambling. He'll start talking about stuff that makes no sense. He might go on and on about work or a random story from high school, not because it's interesting, but because he's trying to fill the silence and keep your attention. That's him scrambling. That's him trying to be impressive, even if the story's got no point. Let the man be. He's trying. And you might see him adjust his clothes a lot, pulling down his shirt, fixing his collar, straightening his jacket. That's not just style, that's nerves. That's a man trying to make sure he looks right for you. You've got him checking himself like he's headed to the red carpet, and all he's really doing is meeting you for coffee. That's not extra, that's interest. Sometimes the nervousness shows up in the way he laughs. Have you noticed how he laughs at your jokes just a little too hard? Or laughs at things that weren't even supposed to be funny? That's not fake. That's him trying to keep the vibe going, trying to let you know he's vibing with you, even if he's not totally sure how to express it. And don't confuse nervous energy with disinterest. A lot of women think he seems distracted. Maybe he's not feeling me. Nah, baby, he's too into you. He's so busy trying to play it cool that he ends up looking awkward. You ever seen a grown man try to flirt while low-key panicking inside? It's both funny and kind of sweet. That's what real vulnerability looks like. You've got to understand, real attraction strips a man down emotionally. It's not about being smooth 24/7. It's about trying to be smooth, failing, and still showing up again, because he wants you to see who he really is. He might not know the perfect thing to say, but he's there in front of you trying his best. That's more genuine than 1,000 slick lines. Now, sometimes the nervousness comes in waves. He might start off cool, then suddenly you say something that catches him off guard. Maybe you compliment him or touch his arm or look at him a little too long, and boom, you see the shift. His eyes dart around, his smile gets tighter, or he starts playing with whatever's in his hand. That's not fear. That's excitement mixed with panic. That's the internal voice saying, she might actually like me too. Don't screw this up. You want to know if a man is faking or if it's real? Watch how he acts when he's nervous. You'll see his truth. Not the rehearsed, polished version of himself, but the raw, real, slightly uncomfortable version. And if he's willing to sit in that nervousness just to be near you, that's a man who's catching feelings. So next time a guy seems just a little off, not in a bad way, but like he's got butterflies in his stomach, girl, that's not a red flag, that's a green light. That man is into you more than he knows how to say, and his nerves are spelling it out for him. Now let me tell you something real simple. When a man is into you, one of his biggest goals, sometimes the main goal, is to make you laugh. I don't care if he's never told a joke in his life, or if the last time he made someone laugh was in 3rd grade by accident. When he likes you, he's gonna try. He's gonna reach down into that little tool belt of his and pull out whatever charm, awkward humor, or corny line he can muster. Because if he can get you to laugh, he feels like, see, a man doesn't have to be Kevin Hart to try to be funny. What he has to be is interested. Because when a man is into a woman, He wants to be the one putting that smile on her face. He doesn't want just any man to do that. He wants it to be him. That laugh from you, that's validation. That's approval. That's a green light to keep going. Because laughter to a man is more than just sound. It's connection. If you're laughing, it means you're comfortable. It means the walls are coming down. And baby, once a man sees those walls lower, even a little bit, he's stepping right through. And sometimes the way he tries to make you laugh is just flat out goofy. He'll crack a joke that doesn't land, say something ridiculous, or even tease himself just to see you smile. You might think, why is this man acting silly all of a sudden? That's your answer right there. He's doing it for you. That's not his regular setting. That's his I'm trying to impress her without trying too hard setting. It's a sweet kind of effort. You ever notice how he starts laughing at his own jokes before you even do? That's because he's nervous. He's hoping you'll laugh too, and he's trying to create space for you to do it. That little chuckle he lets out before the punchline even lands, that's him showing you, I'm not cool all the time, but I'm trying to make this moment light and fun. He wants you to associate him with good energy, because when a woman remembers that a man made her laugh, she remembers him. Simple as that. Now, the funny thing is, some men aren't naturally funny, and they know they're not, but they'll still try. They'll pull out a bad pun or tell a long story with no real punchline just to make you grin. That kind of effort, that's real. That's vulnerability. Because it's not easy for a man to put himself out there like that, especially when he's not sure how you feel about him yet. But if he's cracking jokes, even corny ones, that man is hoping you see something in him worth smiling at. Let's talk about teasing too. You know, that playful, light teasing. Nothing mean or hurtful, just that little nudge that says, I'm paying attention to you. That's a form of flirty humor. If he's giving you a hard time in a sweet way, like picking on the way you order your coffee or the way you always show up 5 minutes late, he's not mocking you. He's building a bond. That's his way of creating a little you and me bubble, a shared joke, something special that belongs to just the two of you. And don't overlook those little sarcastic comments or jokes that are clearly meant to see your reaction. That man is testing the waters. He's trying to figure out your sense of humor. Are you playful? Are you serious? Do you laugh easily, or do you need a little more to warm up? That laughter is how he reads the room. And if you do laugh, even a little giggle, that gives him fuel. It tells him, okay, I'm doing something right. Let's keep going. And let's be real. When a man can make a woman laugh, he feels powerful. Not in a controlling way, in a charming way. Because the truth is, women remember how you make them feel. You can take her to the fanciest dinner, wear the cleanest suit, and drive the nicest car. But if you don't make her feel anything, it won't matter. But if you make her laugh, if you bring joy to her world, that's something she holds on to. That's something that sets you apart from every other man she meets. I want to tell you what I've seen over and over. The guy who gets the girl isn't always the best looking one in the room. It's not always the richest or the smoothest. But if he can consistently make her laugh, he's dangerous. He's got a shot, because he's not just appealing to her eyes. He's appealing to her spirit. That's where the real magic happens. So if you're wondering whether that man is into you, just listen to the way he talks to you. Watch how often he tries to bring humor into the conversation. And especially pay attention to how often he laughs when you laugh. That's not coincidence. That's him being completely tuned into your joy. And that, my friend, is a man who's not just flirting, he's fallen one laugh at a time.